Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Opinion Machine, the show where we talk about all things gaming. My name is Killjoy, and we are back listening to the next 10 tracks from donHaize's Top 100 video game tracks of all time. And just to give you a quick rundown of what he had beforehand, we had Age of Wonders Perilous Quest at 100, Heroes 3 Necropolis Town at 99, Dearly Beloved Reprise Kingdom Hearts 98, Kena Bridge of Spirits Russo's Council at 97, Stronghold at 95 and 96 with Castle Jam and Sad Times, 94 was Dota Underlord's title theme, then we had 93 was Horizon Zero Dawn Alloy's theme, part 1, Cyberpunk Night City, and then Cyberpunk Dirty Roses for 92, 91. So we're now going into the next track at 90. Let's not waste any more time and see what he's cooked up for us. Warbringer's Jaina. I think I've heard this before.
Beware, beware, the daughter of the sea. Beware, I heard him cry. His words carry upon the ocean breeze.
Curious to see if this is the track I'm thinking it is.
Beneath the tide.
Okay, got a bit of it. Got some music. Nice way, nice calm track.
Those blood-soaked shores of Kalimdor, where sailors fought and died.
Weird.
The admiral fell.
Weird choice of compression on the vocals.
Because she left his side.
Okay.
Why this, so daughter of the sea? Why this, did she forget her seaside days?
Going for a proper sea shanty right now.
Pride of our nation's eyes, how could she go astray? When she did flee, cross the ocean deep, the admiral followed west. What else but sail to save a daughter's life and pray she still drew breath.
I'm trying to figure out if that's a hurdy-gurdy playing in the background.
But there he found upon those distant shores enemies.
I think it's good. Weirdly enough, I think the production's very strange on this track.
When he faced those savage foes, his daughter stood aside and buried.
They've really done something with that lead vocal. Like, they've boxed it like this, so it pierces, and it just feels really unnatural. Whereas the rest of them, they sound like they're inside of a pub, you know, singing. But that lead vocal sounds really out of place, production-wise. Wow, powerful. I'm not a fan of tracks that just kind of end like that. Oh, it hasn't ended. Okay. I wanted it to keep going. It's a cool track. Weird choices in production, but I think it nails what it's trying to do. To create that sea shanty.
I heard, across a moonlit sea, the old voice warning me. Beware, beware, the daughter of the sea. Beware,
Weird.
beware.
There's some context to this I think I'm missing, where like she's obviously singing at the beginning and it's like an entire band and then her. But yeah, interesting. It's a good piece of music, I give it that. Just odd production. Very strange production on it, making the lead vocal sound boxy as hell. You know what? I should have expected this. I knew Ori was coming at some point. I actually know this track. Da, 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 da. Can't remember where it plays. Very sad games. Very melancholy. Good Metroidvanias. See, this is what I wanted from some of the other earlier tracks that he had on his list. From the Kena track and from the Horizon track. This has got that motion and it's moving forward. And it feels like it's building towards something. As it cuts out. Oh, there we go. There we go. See, we had the build, we got the payoff. Yeah, that was a much better version. Well, this is a much better version of some of those earlier tracks. Where, like, we're getting that movement, we're getting that build, we're getting that payoff, and it's like, delicious, you know? Whereas some of these tracks were ending too early, and it was like, where's the rest of the track? Where's the payoff to these builds? Obviously, it's difficult when some of these games I haven't played. I don't know the moments that they play, what's going on and stuff. I can only go on the music and what the music is trying to purvey. Man, I wish there was some Xenoblade on this list. I know there won't be, but like, I'm pretty confident Jack would probably like a lot of the Xenoblade stuff. Some really moving pieces in those games. This is a good choice. I can't fault this. This is just a really good piece of music. Curious to see if there are any things in this set of 10 that I disagree with. So far, I mean, the Door of the Sea one I think is a good piece of music. Maybe not for me necessarily, but I think it's a good choice. This is also a really good choice. This is something I actually do like. So what we got next? Wow, we got some Unreal Tournament, but not the Unreal Tournament I was expecting. Okay. Now we're speaking my language. This is a genuine surprise. I didn't expect any Unreal Tournament, anything out of Unreal Tournament 99 or just the classic UT. I don't know the soundtrack to these games particularly well, but I do know them. It makes me have hope. Makes me have hope for the track that I'm thinking of, and if it comes up, I'll let you guys know. Yes, okay. I think Unreal Tournament is one of those games that has a really underappreciated soundtrack. Like, the music in these games is phenomenal. Even the original Unreal has a banging soundtrack. So, or sorry, yeah, the original Unreal. I think it's like the title theme or something. Man, I haven't played Unreal Tournament 2004 in a very long time. Hey, Epic, get back on this. Stop wasting your time with Fortnite. Nice. This is the good kind of surprise, you know? Like, I expected Unreal Tournament to be on this list in some way, but not this. Like, I really did expect the original Unreal Tournament to be on this list. And it might still be. no idea where this would play. This must be like similar to like. This must be on a capture the flag map or something, if at all. Actually, there might be a map called Serenity. I can't remember. Obviously, the problem with the music of these games is you can't hear it necessarily over the sound of firing the guns and like being taunted by the enemy. I like it. I'm down. This is a good pick. This is something different. And it's also from Unreal Tournament, which I can respect the hell out of. So, yeah, good job, man. Good job. Not had that mind-blowing one yet, but we've still got time. There it is! There it is! He's picked the Unreal Tournament free version of it. I forgot this was even in Unreal Tournament free. No, it is Unreal Tournament. I'm such a banana. Or is that? No, it is free. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So this is the track I was confident would be on the list. This is one of like 2 tracks, or there might be 3 tracks, and this is Foregone Destruction. This is an absolute classic. It originally plays on Facing Worlds. I could be wrong. I think it plays on Facing Worlds, hence why it's in this game, because Facing Worlds is in like every other tournament. Ah, yeah, okay. However, this is at 87. So whatever comes after this, I've got a feeling that I'm going to be like, nah, man, this should be like lower down the list. But we'll see. Oh, this is a good version. Can't fault this version. I like the original and I like this one. I know you guys can't. Let me just move myself a second. This isn't the original composer of this track. I believe it was... Oh, I've forgotten his name. But it's a good remix. I could be misremembering. I'm pretty sure it's somebody else who did the original track. Oh, love it. Do, do, do. It's such a simple, chill track for a capture the flag map. This is, again, one of those tracks. It's building, and then you get the drums come in. It's things like that. I'm gonna say this now, because if this comes true in later videos, I know I was right. I'm expecting a particular track from Diablo to be on this list. Alright, and I forgot what the other game was. So Unreal Tournament, or one of them, Foregone Destruction was one of those tracks. A particular track from Diablo. I'm also expecting something from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but I don't know any of the songs in that. Oh, there we go, look. That's what some of these other tracks are missing, that chill bit. Boom! There we go. Love it. StarCraft or StarCraft 2 is likely going to be on this list, I think. But not necessarily the tracks, I think. But I think they're going to be on there. And then possibly something from Warcraft 3. So a lot of Blizzard stuff. But Diablo is the one I'm expecting. Like, I've got this one. Diablo. There is another... my mind's gone blank. There was something else I was expecting to be on this list, but I can't think what it is. Oh, I'm so happy. This is such a good track. Weirdly enough, I can't remember if I put this on my top 100, but it is definitely a top 100 track. Oh, I put Deck 16 on in mine, or Go Down as it's called. Like Go Down, the Leandre track, that's really good, and this one, all fantastic from the original Unreal Tournament. Yeah. Do 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 do. Honestly, I think this is probably one of my favourite things that he's put on this list so far. I am gonna have a hard time not putting this above the next few tracks, because this is just classic, you know. Go and listen to the Unreal Tournament, the original 99 soundtrack, this soundtrack, 2004, 2003. Boom, boom, boom. I need to listen to the original and this back to back, because this bit sounds new to me. It's been a long time since I played Unreal Tournament 3. I played the original classic, like UT99 a lot, but... Boom, boom. So iconic, that three notes. Boom, boom, boom. And then you go... Oh, the nostalgia feels. I love it. I'm really scared for what's coming next, because like if it isn't like on this level, I'm gonna be like, nah man, like what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh no. I don't have a problem with the soundtrack from any of like the Age of Empires and stuff like that, but is it as good as Foregone Destruction? I don't think so. This is kind of weird sounding as well. Sounds a bit like Mike Oldfield. Oh my god, Civ. I've just realised Civ, one of the Civ games might be on this list now. I like it. I definitely like it. Do I like it more than Foregone Destruction? No, but I do like this. It's got a nice like bobbingness to it. It's got a nice movement. That's what's really important to me with a lot of pieces of music in game. Do they move? Like, are they if they're trying to convey an emotion? Do they move at the right pace? You know, I know this game's an RTS, so this is like a good. It's got a nice vibe to it while you're playing. Like, you get lost in the game while this is going on. Where versus back when he did Sad Times. Sad Times doesn't make me want to play an RTS. Castle Jam does. So does this. Like, I could easily be playing it, you know, the characters going, hello, yes, you know, and all this sort of stuff. We're under attack. Awesome. This is a good piece of music for an RTS. Nice use of bass. I can't unhear Mike Oldfield. Do 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 do. The bass line is what really makes this track. That bass line keeps the track going, so it makes those parts of those guitars coming in and out really like hit harder. You take away the bass line from this track and it's way worse, right? The track itself is good, but because of the elements of it, that's what makes bass lines really nice. It can really push a track along, and it lets the track express itself where that underlying thing is constantly pushing it. Nice track though. Oh, here we go. More World of Warcraft. I'm waiting for the track to kind of start. I feel like it's going somewhere. I feel like this plays at a really important moment in the game. Cutscene, story beats. I don't have a lot to say on it because it's very movie soundtrack, this track. I'm trying to figure out if it's trying to convey movement in that cutscene or wherever it plays. Like, is this a boss battle theme? Because if it is, it's a pretty good boss battle theme. But it keeps changing so much, which I'm like, I don't know what to put my finger on it, really. Bit of like the orcs influence there. Dun, 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 dun. I use that a lot for the orcs. Yeah, I feel like stuff like this really benefits from being listened to with the whatever's going on. So I would need to go and like watch the scene where this plays or a boss battle, because it's definitely not a bad track, but I'm not getting anything from it, unfortunately. Oh, Will o' the Wisps. I've not heard any of the stuff in this game. I imagine this is going to be a very sad track, though. I'm definitely starting to notice a pattern with a lot of these sort of epic sounding tracks. A lot of them, the reason why they're not really gelling with me is either I don't know the scenes in which they play, or I'm finding that the underlying like movement of the tracks isn't there. So that last track was a good piece of music and probably works really well in the scene that is played. But the difference between that and like the Age of Mythology one, Chocolate Outline, that bass line really helped because it moved the track along. And a lot of these epic tracks don't have like traditional drum beats or stuff. They're using a lot of timpanis and things like that to push it. There's not really an instrument that's really pushing. Like, they're getting louder and more grandiose, but and they're coming down and getting more loud and grandiose, but there's no like defining pushing feature there. So a lot of it I'm like, yeah, it's cool, like I like it, but it's not like you know, like fantastic. So far right now, Foregone Destruction is easily above the Arthur's track for World of Warcraft, probably above Chocolate Outline, and you know, while I'm sat here talking over this track, this is a lot of this stuff is very emotional. I would definitely put this higher than that as well. I'm really biased though. Like, Foregone Destruction is like it's one of the best tracks from UT. Again, I feel like this must play a really particular scene. Like, I'm getting like very emotional vibe wherever someone's dying, unfortunately, like something like that. But the problem is, it's not really standing out. Like, how I've heard many other tracks like this that are what's the word, like similar. Whereas the Sacrifice to me has a very particular theme. This could be in many different games used for emotion. This could, like, I've not heard much from Mass Effect. Stick it in, like, Mass Effect at, like, a nice moment. Stick it in, I don't know, probably World of Warcraft. Stick it in a ton of games that could use that kind of quiet moment. So maybe somebody passing by, something dying. It's definitely got that vibe to it. Again, not a bad track. I'll make that clear now. Like, there's nothing in these tracks that we've had so far that are bad. There was a couple of ones I disagreed with in the first list, but back to the Blind Forest. Yeah, see, this to me has more uniqueness. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the vocals. But again, I also know this track, so. Oh, nice use of oboe. Really punches through. Full on delay, tons of reverb. That's a short track. That's a nice piece of music, though. Rune King, Legion Legend story. Okay. Shadows on the Wall. Now, that is a Mike Oldfield song called that. Oh, it's this. I recognise this composer. Was this one of the guys that was doing the Ori soundtrack? Is that why? I've not been reading the composers, but I see Gareth Coker, and I'm pretty sure he did the Blind Forest soundtracks, which explains a lot because it sounds very similar. Yeah, same problem I've had with some of these other tracks. The piece of music's really nicely designed, and this one's got a bit more of a unique flavour to it. But this is a big build. Where's the push? Like if you've got a double bass, like really deep sound underneath this. There's the low end on this track is there, but it's not pushing it along. So we're getting like cellos, violins, and violas, but we need that underneath it. That would massively help. Oh, that took a turn. Music. Nice use of harpsichord. Can't go wrong with that if you want a medieval feel. Alright, last track for this one. There's Valhalla. I knew it was gonna be in this game, in this list game. I have no idea what the music's like in this game. I just know that he likes Viking music. Oh, it's Jasper Kidd. Oh my god, that guy's fucking great. He does stuff for Borderlands. Oh shit. Actually, didn't it? You know what? I don't think Jack's going to put anything from Borderlands on this list. I don't see it. Unless there's a bit of Digby Vermouth, in which case, fair play. But I don't see it. Okay, this is cool. This is a cool track. This is what I mean by like rhythm. There's a dun 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 dun, dun underlying. There's just the feel of the track. It has that with the instruments sort of in putting that beat in there, pushing the track along. Dun 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 dun, and it gives it that oomph. I guess it's kind of a drone in this track. There's like an underlying drone, and that acts as the element that pushes the track. So the track can do all the lovely like vocal flurries, that da 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 da. Yeah, I like this. This is nice. This is like the first kind of like. This doesn't give me movie vibes. Some of the other tracks that had that kind of movie vibe, like you know, like for a Lord of the Rings or something like that. Let's just say, this doesn't give me that. This gives me much. I don't know. There's something different about this track. Can't put my finger on it right now. Probably take multiple listens, but might be that underlying drone that's going on. We're still going. Curious if it overstays its welcome or if that's it. Is that it? Waiting for that fade. Yeah, okay, cool. Perfect. Alright, so those are the next 10 tracks. Let's go over what he had here. So he had World of Warcraft, Daughter of the Sea. Cool sea shanty, weird production, not a bad track, but yeah, didn't do much for me. Liked some of the ideas in there. But not a bad track. Ori and the Blind Forest of Sacrifice. This is far too low down on this list. I think that needs to be higher. Honestly, that is a really, really, really good track. Umbral Tournament 2004, Serenity. I don't remember it, but I'm glad it's there. Like, nice to see UT. Foregone Destruction. We've got the Umbral Tournament free version. That I did really wonder. I did wonder. I was pretty confident that something from the original Umbral Tournament would be on here, but I think that's what we got instead, and I'm fine with it. And honestly, that should be at number 81. Even though these other tracks, some of them are great, none of these tracks in front of it were better than that. And that is a testament to how good that track is. And that is an iconic piece of music from gaming. Age of Mythology, Chocolate Outline. I'd never heard it before, but I liked it, and the bass line really helped that track. Very, very good. Arthur's My Son from World of Warcraft. That was very movie-like, and it clearly needed the visuals to go along with it, I feel. Sat there listening to it, I didn't really get that emotional attachment to it, and I think it would have really helped if I'd known like what it is that I'm meant to be like watching and absorbing. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Ash and Bone. did nothing for me. I think that you swap that with the Sacrifice. Sacrifice is definitely like, whew, that's a banger. And then you had Lost in the Storm, which is a short track but a really good track. Ruined King Shadows on the Wall is, again, I got no context for it, so it wasn't really doing much for me. Yeah, I'd probably put that higher up. And then this Kingdom of Wessex track from Valhalla is actually really good. I think if I had to choose the tracks that I liked, I'd put Lost in the Storm, The Sacrifice, and Foregone Destruction as 81, 82, 83. Not necessarily in that order, but those are definitely the... Oh, and then 84 would be Chocolate Outline. I think those 4 tracks are really good. The others were good, but, you know, I just think it's difficult. It's difficult because I'm trying to understand... Like, I don't know why Jack's put these in the order that he has, right? He obviously put these in this order because he prefers this track to this track, and it's tough as fucking nails to try and do that. But man, it's hard not to be, and I know I'm biased to Foregone Destruction, it's hard not to put that higher. Looking at that, I'm like, 87 seems too low for that track. For such a good piece of music. Very, like, it's almost got like a focus to it that I like. It's minimalist, but also has a beat. You know, but hey, you know, again, his list. I'm not criticizing his list. If I criticize anything about the songs, it's usually because there's certain things about the tracks that I would love to see happen in them. Especially when I'm always going about that movement. When those tracks have like something awesome going on, but the movement's not there, then it's like, oh, that's frustrating. But all in all, like, I think this is a good 10 tracks. There wasn't anything here that I didn't like. Might be stuff that I preferred for sure. But yeah, man, Foregone Destruction, that was one of the ones. Let's see in future episodes if I get right with Diablo. I think that's I'm really feeling that it should be on this list, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video as always. If you like the video, hit like. If you want to see the rest of this series, which I will be doing, subscribe and see when those go live. Links for Facebook and Twitter will be down below in the description as always. And until next video, I will see you then.